So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think in the previous class we had discussed about the Rankine formula. Okay. So let me write that formula, and by that we can start doing problems on columns and structs. Okay. So by that we can close the fourth module. So what is the Rankine formula? PR is equal to sigma C into A by 1 plus A lambda square, isn't it? So this is the Rankine formula which we derived in the previous class, in which A is nothing but Rankine's constant. Okay. So what is that A? What is that A, Emma? Sigma C by pi square into E, isn't it? So this is what the Rankine constant, right? And what is lambda? Lambda is equal to L effective by K, okay, or R. You can denote in any way. K or R are both the same. So which is the radius of gyration, isn't it? So this is what. And what is sigma C? Sigma C is nothing but direct stress. A is equal to cross-sectional area, isn't it? So PR is equal to crippling load. Okay. So crippling load nothing but combination of both direct load plus buckling load. Okay, right? So this is what which we derived in the previous class. I think one of you asked some doubt, isn't it? So every amma doubt adigaru. So can you please repeat it again, Amma? If you are there, can you please question it again?
Sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, Rankine formula three types of columns ki use chestan.
Yeah, so Rankine formula can be used for any kind of column. Okay, any kind of column in the sense. So practically there will be intermediate columns, major. Okay, so practically speaking, you can't find any short columns in buildings, isn't it? Kada? Short columns me kanpichu, and practically you can't find even the long columns which are more slender. Yeah. So practically speaking, you can't find short columns in buildings, okay, and even you can't find the long columns which are more slender. Okay, so you will find columns which are something like intermediate, okay, intermediate, so which will be subjected to both direct and buckling loads. Okay, so that's why we consider Rankine formula which is more precise to design the intermediate columns. Understand? See why? Because if you design a column for intermediate load, I mean for the Rankine load, okay, it will satisfy both short columns and it will satisfy both even the long column also. And then, right? Emma, have you understood?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, నేను అడిగింది సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఆల్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కాలమ్స్ కి ర్యాంకింగ్ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేస్తా అన్నారు కదా సార్. ఈవెన్ మనం లోడ్ ఇది ఫైండ్ చేయడానికి లాంగ్ కాలమ్స్ లో కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తామా సార్ సెపరేట్ లాంగ్ కాలమ్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు?
See, if you have only a long column, No need to use a Rankine formula. You can directly use a Euler's formula to calculate the buckling load. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if the column is mentioned as a long column alone, so basically long columns will buckle, then you can only make use of the Euler's formula alone. No need to use a Rankine formula. Why? Because Rankine formula will have a more load compared with the Euler load. Kada. Why? Because it is a combination of direct load plus buckling load. Right? See, unnecessary. Why should we go with more design when the column is a long column which tends to only buckling? Kada. As only buckle outunappudu, no need to go for Rankine formula. You can go only for Euler formula. Okay?
Sir, Rankine's formula తీసుకోవడానికి కూడా ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుందా సార్?
Untundamma. Yeah, you can take it. The only thing is you have to decide whether your column is a long column or an intermediate column.
సార్ Rankine's ఫార్ములాలో క్రషింగ్ స్ట్రెస్ వస్తది కదా సార్, క్రషింగ్.
See, అదే అమ్మా Rankine ఫార్ములాలో క్రషింగ్ లోడ్ ఉంటుంది, buckling load కూడా ఉంటుంది. When crushing happens? When crushing happens?
Direct load.
When the axial load or a direct load is more. Okay. More than what? More than column carrying capacity. Antena? Isn't it? So column carrying capacity karna me axial load ekku undanukondi, I mean the load which is acting on the column, definitely that column will crush. Okay. So to know whether my column will crush or not, we have to check with the Rankine formula. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay, now we will try to solve problems. Okay. Yeah, so let's do a small problem, then we will discuss the problems which can be done combinedly with the Euler's formula and Rankine formula. Okay. Yeah. So problems. The first one. So just I will write out the given data, by that you can able to understand it clearly. Okay. So let us take a solid round bar of 60 mm in diameter and 2.5 meter long. Okay. So let us take a round bar or a round rod, right, which is having a dimension of 60 mm. And the length of this rod is, the length of the given rod is 2.5 meter long. So this is the rod. Okay, steel rod, right? And it's a solid one, not even a hollow one. Okay, is used as a strut. So this is using as a strut because strut is also a compression member. So one of the strut is fixed. I mean one end is fixed at them. So one end is fixed, while its other end is hinged. So this end is hinged. Okay. Find the safe compressive load for this strut using Euler's formula. So we have to calculate the safe load. Safe what load? Safe compressive load. Calculate here. Okay. By using Euler's formula. Okay, let us take E as 200 giganewton per meter square and factor of safety as 3. This is the problem given. Even Sharma problem. Let us take a rod, solid rod of dia 60 mm with a length of 2.5 meter, and the rod is fixed at one end and pinned at other end. Calculate the safe load carrying capacity of the column, I mean of the rod, by using a Euler's formula. So let us take E as 200 giganewton per meter square and factor of safety as 3. Understand? So how to solve this problem? So first let me write what is the Euler's formula, right? Into my Euler's formula, pi square EI by L effective square, isn't it? Yeah. So what else given? So diameter is given as 60 mm, nothing but 0.06 meter. Young's modulus is given. Factor of safety is also given. And what is the length of the member? 2.5 meter. Can anyone tell me what is the effective length of the member? What type of end condition it is, Amma? One end is fixed, other end is pinned. Then what will be the effective length formula?
1.767 meters, sir.
L by
Root 2.
2 or 0.7 times of L, right? What is L? 2.5 by root 2. Your value is 1.768 meters. So this is the effective length. Okay, right. So now with the help of this Euler's crippling load or Euler's buckling load, so which is given by the relation. So with this, substitute the values here. Pi square. What is E? 200 gaga ante entama 10 power 9 and I. So as it is a circular rod, what is the moment of inertia of the circle? Solid circle? Pi d square by
65.
64. Very good. By effective length is 1.768 square. What is the answer? Okay, you can do it, Amma. See if you have calculators, so please check your answers. Answer is 401.7 kilonewton. Okay, so this is your what? Crippling load or buckling load. Okay, then how to calculate the safe compressive load? Because in the problem, he is asking you to calculate the safe compression load. How to calculate safe compression load? Crippling or buckling load by factor of safety 401.7 by 3. 133.9 kilonewton is your safe compressive load on the column. And the column can carry an axial load of 133.9 kilonewton, okay, without any factor of safety. Understand? Can anyone tell me what is the formula of factor of safety, Amma? What is the formula of factor of safety?
Ultimate load by safe load.
Factor of safety, ultimate load, yield load. Yield load to చెప్పాలి ఎవరికి గుర్తుందా yield load to
Working load, sir.
very good, working load. Partial safety factor అంటే
Ultimate load by working load.
ultimate load by working load or working stress. Understand? So this is the difference. Okay, why we are considering factor of safety as yield load? Why? Because your column will be మన assumption లోనే ఉంది. What is our assumption? Your stress is directly proportional to strain. So your stress is directly proportional to strain will be at which point? Till what point? Till
limit of
proportionality. Till limit of proportionality, your material is undergoes only yielding. Okay, why? Because this is steel rod. Okay, so it will have only yielding up to the limit of proportionality. So that is the reason why factor of safety is nothing but yield load to the working load. Okay, yield load ఏంటి ఇక్కడ P, working load ఏంటి ఇక్కడ safe compressive load. Okay, అంటే the load which is carried by the column, okay, to have its safety. That is what the safe compressive load. Okay, so which is 401.7 kilonewton. Sorry, which is 133.9 kilonewton. Understand? So this is how you have to understand the problems. Clear? Right. So let me do another problem. అందరికి అర్థమైందమ్మా problem ఇది? Right? So simple. Just you need to remember the Euler's formula. That's it. Okay? Yeah. So let's do problems which are there in my presentation. Yeah. So let's see this, all of you. So this is how you may expect problems in your examination. So which will be the combined formulas. Okay, Euler's formula to, and at the same way, even Rankine formula to, how to solve it. What is the question given? A hollow cast iron section having external diameter 250 mm. So the external diameter of the column is, I mean, of the hollow circular section is 250 mm. So that means this is 250 mm. Okay, and thickness is 25 mm. So this is 25 mm. Is used as 4.5 meter long column with both ends fixed. This cross section, so let me draw the same in a longitudinal direction. Like this. So where the length of the column is in the 4.5 meter, right? And both ends are what? Both ends are, what is the end condition given? This is fixed. Okay, your column is fixed at both ends. When the column is fixed at both ends, what is your L effective?
0.5, sir.
Very good. 0.5 times of L. End of number?
2.25, sir.
2.25 meter. Okay, that's it. Okay, or 2250 mm. Question enti, find a safe crippling load. Okay, with the help of Euler's, with the help of Rankine formula. So two formulas you have to use and calculate the things. And take factor of safety as 3.5 and maximum compressive stress in the 500 Newton per mm square. And constant, a constant amedi, what constant it is?
Rankine constant.
Very good, Rankine constant. See, there is a special table given in the for the materials, because the Rankine constant is a constant for materials. Okay, so one second. So let me show you that. That's what is important. That's note cheskundam. Then we will continue the problem. Yeah. See, Rankine constant is a constant for materials. Okay. Let us take materials like this, like steel, mild steel. Okay. For compressive strength, for the compressive load of 320, your Rankine constant A, which you are supposed to be calculated with the formula sigma C pi square by sigma C by pi square by E, isn't it? So the Rankine constant is 1 by 7,500. It's a table. Okay. So this is a constant table, so which is recommended by the code. Okay. Without calculating the Rankine constant, how can you take the A values? Let us take for cast iron. For the cast iron, where a cast iron can able to carry a compressive load of, compressive stress of 550. Okay. Unit trial, mega Newton per meter square. Then your Rankine constant is 1 by 1600. Okay. So let us take another material like wrought iron. For the, it can able to carry a compressive stress of 250 mega Newton per meter square. And the Rankine constant, you can take it as 1 by 9000. Another material is strong timber. Okay. So why? Because timber is a, what type of material? Timber? Timber and wood. And then, right? Timber is a brittle material. Brittle materials are good in good in wooden materials. Timber and wood and okate. So brittle materials are good in what? Chappalamma compression. Okay. So for this, for the timber, it can able to carry load only 50 meganewton per meter square, and the Rankine constant is 1/750. So this is the table you can remember. Okay, instead of calculating Rankine constant, you can directly take based on the material. Mild steel అయితే 1/7500 తీసుకోవచ్చు, cast iron అయితే 1/1600, wrought iron అయితే 1/9000, strong timber అయితే 1/750. Okay, so please try to remember this. Okay, these Rankine constants, understand, for different materials. Okay na? Right? Okay. Okay, guys. So sorry, I think the diagram was LFHU ఎంత వచ్చిందమ్మా? 2.25.
2.25.
Right. Okay. Okay. So here in the problem, it was clearly given what is the Rankine constant? 1/1600. As it is 1/1600, what type of material it is? See, in the problem itself, it's given cast iron. Understand? So, ఒకసారి మీకు Rankine constant ఇవ్వకపోతే, you have to calculate from the formula sigma c by pi square into E. దీని నుంచి మీరు calculate చేయాలి. By that, you have to know the compression stress. You have to know the Young's modulus also. Okay, with this also you can able to calculate. So, what else given? Factor of safety is given. Compression stress is given. Constant is given. Modulus of elasticity is also given. Okay, right. So let's start doing problem. So the length is 4.5 meter. When the both ends are fixed, your LFHU is 2.25 meter, which is 2250 mm. Okay, so first use your Euler's formula to calculate your crippling load or buckling load. Okay, right. So first, for calculating the crippling load or buckling load by using Euler's formula, what are the parameters you need to know? E. What is the E value? 0.14 into 10 power 5, which is known. And what is I? So what is moment of inertia of a hollow circular section? I is equal to pi into capital D power 4 minus small d power 4 by 64. Isn't it? So substitute this here. Pi by 64 off. What is the external diameter? 250. What is the internal diameter? 200. How you will get internal diameter is given a internal diameter is given or not?
Thickness ఇచ్చారు sir.
Yeah, thickness. Then what will be the internal dia? It's not 200. It is
200 only sir.
200.
Internal dia is equal to
internal
external dia
diameter.
minus
Yeah,
2
exactly. Yeah. So both sides 25. Okay. So the internal diameter is 200. So which is given. Yeah. So substitute all the values where you will get the Euler's buckling load or crippling load as 3089.64 kilonewton. But in the problem, what he is asked you to calculate, find safe crippling load. Chonde name lo unnadi. How to calculate the safe crippling load? Safe crippling load is equal to P by factor of safety. 3089.64 by what is the factor of safety given? 3.5. Answer cheppandi amma. 3089.64 by 3.5 enta. So I think it was there.
882 sir.
The
882.75
yeah.
kilonewton.
Let's see that. Yeah, 882.75 kilonewton is the safe load bearing of the particular cast iron, okay, hollow circular section. Okay, yeah. So next, let's use the Rankine formula. Okay, let's use Rankine formula and see what will be the safe load. Okay, for calculating the Rankine formula, I mean for using the Rankine crippling load, what is the formula given? Is the formula. And then Rankine formula ఏంటమ్మా? PR is equal to sigma C into A by 1 plus A lambda square. So where lambda is equal to L effective by K. Okay, yeah. So for this, first let me calculate the things. A already given. A ఎంత ఇచ్చారమ్మా? 1 by 1600 ఇచ్చేసారు. A calculate చేయాలి. What is A? Cross sectional area. Okay, what is the cross sectional area of your hollow circular section? Pi capital D square minus small d square by 4. Antena? So with this formula, they have calculated the area. And the area 17,671.45 mm square. Right? A given. So what is K? K ante entam ikkada? Radius of gyration. So what is the formula of radius of gyration? K is equal to root of I by A. What is I? Moment of inertia. So moment of inertia, just now we have calculated earlier. So which is 113.20 into 10 power 6 by cross sectional area 17,671. So which is 80 mm. So substitute all these values here. 500 sigma C 500. Which are sigma C value given in the problem itself. 500 into cross sectional area by 1 plus this. So after calculating, you will get the crippling load with the Rankine formula is 5,914.13 kilonewton. And the safe load is how much? Crippling load by factor of safety, isn't it? PR by factor of safety will use your safe load. What load? Safe crippling load with the help of Rankine formula and the 1,689.75 kilonewton. Okay. Yeah. So now you tell me what is the difference between for the same problem by using Rankine formula and Euler's formula, your safe load bearing capacity of the values of the problem are one is 882 and the other one is 1,689.75. Okay. What difference you found here? What difference with these two different values?
Rankine's formula gives more
Yeah.
effective.
See, Rankine formula, the load is which you achieved is to take care of. Yeah, is to take care of direct load plus buckling load, right? But here this is only to take care of buckling load. Okay, so in this the column or I mean that cast iron will have to resist. I mean it can have a tendency to resist only a buckling. But here, by having a more safe load, your cast iron will have a resistance towards a direct load plus buckling load. Understand? So this is what you need to understand when you solve the same problem with the help of Rankine formula and Euler's formula. Now you tell me which one you recommend, which formula you recommend for designing your cast iron. Which one you recommend, ma'am? Will you recommend Euler's formula or Rankine formula?
Rankine, sir.
Why Rankine? Because if you design your cast iron for 882 kilonewton, okay, so if the load is more than this, what happens? It may fail. So that's why if you design your cast iron for 1,689.75 kilonewton, it will be resisted towards direct load plus buckling load. రెండిటికి resistance ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. Understand? So that's why without considering the economical of the section, we will go for the Rankine design instead of a Euler's design. Okay, so that's how this Rankine formula is going to be useful to design your intermediate column, especially which is subjected to both directed buckling stresses or buckling loads. Understand? So this is how we are going to solve the problems. Yeah. So let's show the another problem. It showed sorry. Same kind of thing. A CI column. What do you mean CI column?
Cast iron, sir.
Very good. Cast iron column. ఎందుకంటే ఒక్కొక్కసారి మెటీరియల్ ఇవ్వచ్చు or else they may give in some kind of shortcuts also. A cast iron column of hollow cylindrical section 5 meters long with ends firmly built in has to carry an axial load of 300 kilonewton. ఇక్కడ మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. సార్ వాట్ అబౌట్ ఎండ్ కండిషన్? ఎండ్ కండిషన్ ఇవ్వలేదు, కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏదో ఒక మీనింగ్ ఇచ్చారు చూడండి. ఎండ్ ఆర్ ఫర్మ్లీ బిల్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి?
Both ends are fixed, sir.
వెరీ గుడ్. దాని మీనింగే బోత్ ఎండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్ అని అర్థం. అంతేగాని మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు సార్ బోత్ ఎండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్ అని ఇవ్వలేదు అని. సో దాని మీనింగ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఎండ్స్ ఫర్మ్లీ బిల్ట్ అంటే బోత్ ఎండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫిక్స్డ్ అని అర్థం. హ్యాస్ టు క్యారీ అన్ యాక్సిల్ లోడ్ ఆఫ్ 300 kilonewton. చూడండి ఇక్కడ యాక్సిల్ లోడ్ ఇచ్చారు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం లో. Determine the section using a factor of safety of 8. Internal diameter to be 8/10 of the external diameter. Rankine constant for cast iron R, which was given as 1/1600, and the compressive stress sigma C is given as 550 Newton per mm square. Okay, so all these values are given. ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి? ఫైనల్లీ వాట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్? వాట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్? What is the external diameter? What is the internal diameter? With that, what is the thickness? Okay, so with the load carrying capacity of the column of 300 kilonewton, what will be the external diameter? What will be the internal diameter? And what will be the thickness of the cast iron? ఈ లోడ్ ని బేర్ చేయాలి అంటే ఎంత డైమెన్షన్స్ ఉండాలి మీ కాస్ట్ ఐరన్ కి అనేది ఈ ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, see in the earlier problem everything is given. He is asking you to calculate what is the safe axial load, isn't it? But now in this problem everything is given. With the load, what should be the dimensions of the cast iron you are supposed to calculate. Okay, see how the problem was solved. So let's take ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం చాలా క్లియర్ గా ఇచ్చారు. ఇంటర్నల్ డయామీటర్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు 8/10 టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డయామీటర్. అంటే ఏంటి? స్మాల్ d is equal to 8/10 times of the external diameter. 8/10 అంటే ఎంతమ్మా? 0.8 times of d. That's it. So let's keep aside. And next, calculate the cross sectional area. 5/4 capital D square minus small d square. This is the cross sectional area diameter formula for the hollow circular section. So you know what is small d value with respect to capital D. Kada? So substitute change, you will get A value as 0.283 capital D square and moment of inertia. So with the same way, even calculate the moment of inertia also. So which is pi by 64 of capital D power 4 minus small d power 4. You will get the value of I as 0.02 d power 4 terms. Clear? Right. So next, let's see what the next procedure. So what is the next one? What he is doing? Immediately calculate what is the radius of gyration. What is the radius of gyration of the given cast iron? What is the formula of radius of gyration? K is equal to root of I by A. I tells me in terms of the area when calculate chesam in terms of D. So the K value is 0.32 times of D. Okay, 0.32 D. Okay, right. Next, what is the condition of both ends are fixed? When both ends are fixed, what is the LFHU? L by 2. What is the length given? 5000 by 2, so which is 2500 mm. That's it. Now, what is your PR? PR అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? Crippling load. Okay. So, ఇందాకటి వరకు మీరు ఏం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశారు? Safe load క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశారు. But now he is asking you to calculate what is PR. PR is equal to what? What is the formula here? What is the formula here? Crippling load is equal to axial load into factor of safety. Why? Because you know factor of safety is equal to yield load by working load. Okay. So axial load is the one which is under working condition. He is asking you to calculate what is the crippling load or yield load. Okay. So that's why your PR is equal to 300 into factor of safety. So finally you got the PR value. Substitute your PR value in the Rankine formula. PR is equal to sigma C into A by 1 plus A of lambda square. Okay. Substitute all these values because everything you know. What is the sigma C value given? Problem sigma C and Charama? And 550 Newton per mm square. Yeah. Area icharu. PR you know. A Rankine constant 1 by 1600. Lambda how you calculate effective length by radius of gyration. Okay, that's it. Substitute all the values. You will get some equation. Solve this equation. You will get your D value as 182.07 mm. Okay. So after getting your capital D, what is the first relation given? Small d is equal to 0.8 times of d. Right? Substitute your capital D here, where you will get the small d as 145.65 mm. Okay. Then what will be your thickness? Capital D minus small d by 2. So which is 18.21 mm. See how simple the problem is? The only thing is you have to understand the concept. Aim icharu, aim calculate cheyali. That's it. If you can able to do it, so solving problems will be very, very easy. Okay. So this is how you can able to